Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Yoga for Skaters. My name is Ace, and in today's Yoga for Skaters class, we are going to be focusing on backbending. So, this is a good class if you're just getting started with backbends or if you're wanting to kind of bring more attention to backbends in your yoga practice. What we're really going to focus on today as we think about backbends are creating mobility through the shoulders as well as stability through the shoulders. We will work through cobra, locust. We'll also do bow pose, bridge pose, and if you're up for it, we'll walk through wheel. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take a moment at the top of our mat and take a comfortable seated position. If you'd like to use a block or a blanket to find a comfortable seat, you can go ahead and do that. And then as you're ready, if it feels safe and comfortable, go ahead and just close your eyes and we'll take a moment to breathe here, finding an inhale through the nose and an exhale out through the mouth. Good. Take another round of breath or so, just landing on your mat here today. Taking a moment to acknowledge that you carved out this space for yourself to support your own well-being as well as your skating and the well-being of others. And so from here, if you are familiar with Ujjayi breaths and if you'd like to change your breath pattern and start to work with that Ujjayi breath practice, you can begin that now. As a refresher, we're going to bring the tip of the tongue to the back of the top teeth where they meet the gums. And we'll cultivate this Ujjayi breath, this victorious breath, by taking an inhale through the nose, sending it down the slanted pathway down the length of the spine. And then as you exhale, releasing that breath out the same pathway through the nose. So a few moments to breathe here. And then as you're ready, you can draw the palms together at your heart. And we'll take a moment here, staying connected to the breath, but starting to just set an intention for your practice here today. Then gently relaxing the arms. If the eyes are closed, you can flutter them open and maintain a nice soft gaze forward and down. So today we're going to go ahead and start with some upper body mobilization and stretch. We'll start by reaching those arms straight out in front. So palms are facing each other. And then to whatever extent you can open up those arms as wide as you can, go ahead and do that. And then start to flip and flex those wrists so that the fingertips start to reach towards the back of your mat, the back wall of your room. Good. And sorry, I misspoke here. So we are moving into extension of the wrist here by pulling these fingertips back. Good. And then go ahead and release it from there. We're going to bring the arms together. You're going to cross the right arm over the left. So we'll cross elbows. We're going to cross wrists. And then from here, lift those elbows up, up, up. And just for reference, just take a moment to notice I'm working to keep those ribs together and down rather than letting myself flare open to find the pose. So ribs together and down, spine stays nice and long. And then I've got a little bit of rounding through the upper back, right? As I push the elbows away from the sternum here. And I pull the wrists away from the forehead. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and gently release that. And we'll take those arms nice and wide once again. We'll take another moment to pull the fingertips back towards the forearms or towards the back edge of your mat or the wall. Good. Take an inhale into this nice shiny sensation. And then we'll go ahead and find this on the second side. So as you bring the arms together, we'll bring the left elbow on top of the right, crossing wrists, crossing elbows, and then same thing, second side, working to lift those elbows up, up, up. Yeah, lengthen the wrists away from that forehead and feeling the space across that upper back. Good. One more full round of breath. Send that inhale to the back of the heart. Nice. And as you exhale, go ahead and release. So just one more moment. Take those arms nice and wide. We won't stay here too long this time. Good. And then just relaxing the arms. Go ahead and shake out the wrists, kind of roll the shoulders. And let's go ahead and move into our first downward facing dog here today, or for this practice. And so as you're ready, take those hands in front of you. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Good. So if you're new to yoga or new to backbends, one thing to know is that we've got these shoulders, right, that connect to the arms, that connect to the hands, and that ultimately help us mobilize into these backbends. So as we move today, we're going to continue to work towards finding a little bit more stability as well as mobility in the shoulders. So from downward facing dog, go ahead and step your right foot in between your hands, bend your left knee, come on up into that reformed lunge position here. Good. So reformed lunge, we've got the right knee over the right ankle, the hips are over that back knee, and then bringing our attention right back to those ribs drawing together and down, and then shoulders are the star of our show here. So arms straight out in front, palms facing each other. Go ahead and reach through the left fingertips, drive the left arm up, and then we're going to drop that left hand in between the shoulder blades at the back body. Good. So from here, what we're going to do with that right hand, I'm just going to pivot so you can see me. I'm going to take the right arm out to the right, and then I'm going to flip the right thumb down. So from here, I'll make a fist, and then I'm going to take that right arm behind me and start to angle the fist up towards the left fingertips, okay? So the left hand, if you'd like, can also make a fist. And then what we're going to do here is just work to bring those fists closer together without arching the back, without flaring out those ribs. But what we're doing here is we've got these shoulders in their lengthened positions. And by making fists and squeezing them towards each other, we're finding a little bit of engagement and strength at their end range. Good. One more inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and gently undo this side. Nice. We'll bring the hands down and just go ahead and step back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. We'll take a moment here in down dog. And from down dog, this is a really nice pose just to check in with the shoulders. Does one feel a little different than the other after that pose? And if so, let's check it out. Go ahead and find the second side. So we'll bring the left foot in between the hands, bending that right knee, coming into our reformed lunge on this second side. Nice. So arms straight ahead. We'll start with that right hand reaching forward, driving it up, and then bending that right elbow to bring it in between the shoulder blades. And then same thing on this left side. We're going to take the left arm up, flip the thumb down, make a fist, and then bring that left fist up towards the right fingers. If it feels okay to make a fist through the right hand, go ahead and do that. And again, ribs together and down. That lower body is nice and stable so that you can really focus on these shoulders. Drive the fists towards each other. One more full round of breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, as you're ready, go ahead and gently undo that side. Good. And then we'll bring the hands down either side of the left foot and just stepping on back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Full inhale here in down dog. And full exhale. Next inhale. Go ahead and shift forward. We're going to come into high plank position. Very nice. So can't have a shoulder practice or back bend practice without some planks here. So from this high plank, take an inhale. And as you exhale, push up and back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. So on your next inhale here, go ahead and reach the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. As you exhale, we're going to step that right foot in between the hands. Next inhale, rise up for your high lunge. Very nice. We'll take a breath here in high lunge. Inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and bring the hands down, and we'll step right back to that high plank position. Nice. Inhale in your high plank. As you exhale, you can bend the knees, bend the elbows. We're going to lower the thighs, the hips, then the chest. And we'll start our back bends here with Cobra. So as you find Cobra, go ahead and roll the shoulders, squeeze them up to the ears, roll them all the way back, and start to lift the heart as you engage those muscles on the inner edges of the shoulder blades. Nice. Keep finding that pulling sensation with the fingertips as you lift a little higher. Maybe you look up, and then exhale all the way down. Good. And we'll take it all the way up and back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Full round of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, we've got that left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale. Left foot steps in between the hands. We're setting up this high lunge on the second side. Inhale to rise up. Nice. And just a moment to enjoy that front of hip opening on the right side this time. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to high plank position. Nice. Full inhale here in high plank. As you exhale, go ahead and bend the knees. We'll bend the elbows to lower the thighs, the hips, and the chest. Very nice. And then Cobra, again, if it feels good to squeeze those shoulders to the ears and then roll them back. As you peel your way up, you can do that. Take one more inhale here in Cobra. Exhale all the way down. Good. And we're going all the way up and back to that downward facing dog. Very nice. Take a full inhale here in down dog. And a full exhale. Nice. On your next inhale, go ahead and reach that right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, rise up, back to that crescent lunge. Very nice. So we'll take another round of breath here in crescent lunge, and then we're going to move into a modified twist here. So on the next exhale, go ahead and bring the hands down. They'll come to either side of that right foot. If you like to use blocks, you can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and use a block on this inside hand. So my left hand is going to be on the block. And then inhale, reach the right arm up as we come into a twist. Nice. And we'll remember as we're twisting, we can think of keeping that core braced and rotating at the rib cage. One more inhale here. Exhale, right hand comes down. Good. And then step back to that high plank position. Inhale in your high plank. Exhale, bend the knees, lower the thighs, the hips, and the chest. Beautiful. So from here, we'll take one inhale to curl up for Cobra. Exhale, come on down. And then we'll bring the arms along the side body. This time, we're going to inhale, lift up for Locust. So heart lifts, legs lift, a little more effort through the back from here. Exhale, come on down. Push all the way up and back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Full inhale here. Beautiful exhale. One more inhale to reach that left leg up and back. And as you exhale, left foot steps in between the hands. Inhale to rise up, crescent lunge. Nice. So another moment here, inhaling, really pressing through the bottoms of the feet to find length through that upper body. And then on your next exhale, hands come down to either side of the left foot. Again, if you want to use a block to just lift the floor for that twist, you can. I like to bring it under my right hand and then inhale, left arm up, and we'll take 2 breaths here in our twist as you inhale. Once again, thinking of that bracing sensation through the lower abdominals and that rotation happening through the rib cage. Nice long line. Good. Next exhale, left hand comes down. Good. Step back to high plank position. Inhale in your high plank. Exhale, lower knees, thighs, then hips. Good. And then same pattern here. Inhale, lift for cobra. Exhale, come on down. Arms come along the side body. Inhale, lift for locust. Exhale, come on down. All the way up and back to downward facing dog. Very nice. Full inhale here in down dog. And full exhale. Nice. From here, go ahead and take a look in between the hands. Tiptoe, hop, step, or jump your way all the way up to the top of your mat. We'll take an easy forward fold here. You can grab opposite elbows. Maybe sway a little side to side. Beautiful. And then as you're ready, go ahead and inhale, push through the bottoms of the feet. We're going to slowly roll our way all the way up to standing. Beautiful. So finding your way into that standing Tadasana. All right. So from here, we're going to move through 2 rounds of a modified sun salutation A. And we're going to move through some hip opening and back bending in side table and tabletop just to get us primed for those back bends I mentioned in the beginning of class. So here we go. Starting with that inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, hips back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, come on down, plant the hands. You can hop, step, or jump back to high plank position. Good. Take an inhale in your high plank. As you exhale, go ahead and bend the knees. Let's come into tabletop position. Perfect. So from this tabletop position, go ahead and square your right hand underneath your nose. And we're going to pivot on that right knee just to open up the right shin. So I'm demoing here with my left, but go ahead and do it with your right so that you can come into a right side, tabletop position. So we'll work from here, and just a moment to notice the position of my wrists is under my shoulder or a little in front, okay? This is going to keep your shoulder nice and stable as you build strength. So from here, go ahead and lift the left heel, nice. And then come with me along the way, but stop wherever you need to as you build strength, as you build coordination here for this back bend. So we are going to squeeze the left heel towards the left sit bone, nice. And then you're going to reach back for that left ankle. Good. And from here, we're going to find some active engagement as well as some deeper stretch. So to engage this quad in its lengthened position, we're going to go ahead and press that foot or ankle into the left hand and resist it with that left hand. So you're trying to push the foot away from the sit bone here. And then relax. Draw that left heel a little closer to your sit bone this time. Good. Let's do that one more time on this side. Find that push of the ankle or the foot into the hand. Nice. And then release. Squeeze that left heel towards the left sit bone for that stretch. Very nice. And then gently release the left side. Reach those left toes to the end of your mat. Left arm reaches up, and then just spiral that left pinky finger forward and around and overhead. We'll take one more moment to push through the right standing arm and side bend. Nice. From here, go ahead and round your way back to tabletop position, and we'll go ahead and set this up on the second side. So same thing, second side. Left hand is going to measure up right underneath your nose. We'll pivot on that left knee so you've got the left shin as a base. And then right arm up, right leg long. Flex those right toes, lift. Good. And then squeeze that right heel towards the sit bone, reach back for the ankle or the foot. And then same thing, 2 reps here. Press that ankle or that foot into the hand and resist with the hand. Good. And then go ahead and release, squeezing that right heel towards the right sit bone, finding a little deeper quad stretch, hip stretch, front of hip stretch. Good. And then one more time, find that activation. Press the foot into the hand, resists. Good. And then just find that stretch. Squeeze it in. Good. So that right knee continues to point towards the back edge of your mat. If it goes back too far, then we might miss the stretch. Good. Release it from here. Right toes down, right arm up. That right pinky finger spirals forward, around, and overhead. Good reach. Nice. And then round your way back, coming back to that tabletop position. Very nice. From here, tuck those toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Perfect. Full inhale and down dog. And full exhale. Next inhale, take a look in between the hands and tiptoe your way all the way up to the top of your mat for an easy forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, take a look up, and exhale, palms together, your heart. All right, one more time, one more variation. Inhale, reach up and look up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down, step back to high plank position. Good. Inhale in your high plank. And as you exhale, bend the knees, come on down into your tabletop position. All right. So this variation of a back bend is referred to as a crossbow sometimes. So what we're going to do here is we are going to find our balance. So we'll extend the right leg straight back, and we'll reach that left arm overhead. So what we're going to do here is we're going to flip the left hand so that the thumb points down and that palm is facing away from the midline. We'll bend the right knee, reach that left hand back, and can you grab the foot or the ankle? Nice. And here, if you cannot grab the foot or the ankle, I want you to just reach back and squeeze that heel towards the sit bone, okay? If you can grab it, then I want you to think of lifting up with that foot. Nice. Push through the right standing hand. Push through the left standing shin. One more inhale here. As you exhale, gently release. Very nice. Come back to that tabletop position. Nice. Wag your tail a little bit. Wiggle it out. Okay, same thing. Second side. We'll extend the left leg. Extend the right arm. Flip that right thumb down. Bend the left knee. Reach back. So maybe you're grabbing the foot or the ankle or working with that tension. Good. It is still strengthening your back to work with that tension. This is what we're doing here. We're strengthening the back, and with the bind, finding a little more opening. One more inhale. Exhale, gently release. Let it go. Very nice. And then again, give yourself a moment to just shake it out. Nice. We'll tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right. From here, go ahead and inhale, shift forward to high plank. Exhale, bend the knees. Good. Bend the elbows. Lower the thighs, the hips, and the chest. Good. And then our same pattern, except this time we're going to add that bow pose. So on the inhale, lift up cobra. Exhale, come on down. Arms along the side body. Inhale, lift up locust. Exhale, come on down. Good. On this next one, go ahead and bend the knees. Squeeze those heels towards the sit bone. Inhale, lift up. Can you grab the ankles or the feet? And then we're lifting the thighs, the heart for our bow pose. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. One more inhale here. Exhale, gently release. Good. You can stack the hands, rest the forehead on the backs of the hands, and maybe a little wiggle of the hips side to side. Beautiful. Good. All right. From here, go ahead and gently press your way up through tabletop. And then we're just going to come to lie down on your back. So we're going to round out this practice with a bridge pose and a wheel pose. So if you'd like to do 2 bridges, that's totally fine. If you want to join me for wheel, we're just doing 1 for today, okay? So we get a nice survey of all of our back bends, or many of our back bends here in Yoga for Skaters. So keep those arms along the side body. We'll come up into our bridge as you inhale, rise up. And if you'd like, you can find the bind here, tucking the right shoulder under, tucking the left shoulder under, interlacing the fingers, driving the hips up as you drive the knuckles down. Perfect. Inhale. And exhale. Good. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, gently relax, rounding your way down, down, down. Good. And then if it feels restful to take the feet wide and rest the knees in, you can do that. We'll take 2 resting breaths before our second and last back bend from our back. Good. Beautiful. All right. So if you're going into bridge again, go for it. If you're coming with me into wheel, you're going to take those arms up overhead. We'll flip. So from our prep here, right? Pulling the fingers towards the forearms. Go ahead and bend the elbows. So fingertips are going to point towards the shoulders as much as feels okay for you. And then on the inhale, same deal. Press down to rise up. Good. And so whether you're in wheel or in bridge, let's take this moment to inhale and to exhale. Good. Strong press down, inhale. And as you exhale, gently release your way, coming all the way back down onto your back. Nice. And then if it felt good to take the feet wide and let the knees rest in, go for that. Hands on the belly, maybe a hand on the belly and a hand on the heart. Good. Inhaling. And exhaling. So back bends, also known as heart openers, can be really powerful for obviously opening up that heart space. We do so much forward leaning, forward looking, shoulders dropping in, that these back bends are a really complementary posture, and this is a really complementary practice. If you sit at a desk or if you've been skating all day, this is a really nice one to gently open up the fronts of the hips, but really target those shoulders to help you open up that chest. Good. And then gently bring one knee to your chest, then the other. Give yourself a moment to maybe just rock side to side. And then my favorite move ever in yoga, take the hands to the knees and just go ahead and stir those thigh bones around in the hip sockets, feeling the tops of those leg bones, massaging the low back or the backs of the hips. Good. So nice. And then take your time as you're ready. We'll go ahead and gently soften that left leg out, soften the right leg out. Relax the arms along the side body with those palms facing up. And we'll just take a few breaths here to release and let go. Give yourself a moment here just to step back and to notice your breath. Notice the tone and the sensations moving through the body. And notice how they change as you breathe and relax. And then take your time. As you're ready, you can flutter the eyes open, maybe wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Take a nice reach overhead with the arms, the legs. Good. And then gently hugging those knees to your chest, give yourself a big hug. And then gently you can roll to your favorite side, pressing your way up, and we'll come to a final seat here together. All right. Well, thank you so much for bringing your intentions to class today and for moving through these back bends. Once again, we moved through cobra, locust, we did bow pose, we did bridge, and we did wheel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.